How much money do you make trading to trade full-time? What do I need to work full-time? In this issue, we'll talk about that. There are so many people who have asked me about full-time trading. Some people have a good income for a period of time and want to trade full-time. Some people have always made full-time trading their goal. What are the requirements to be able to trade full-time? I usually come into contact with a lot of people who do trades. Including myself, who is trading full-time. Let me tell you what I think. First of all, when I talk about full-time trading, I don't mean that I don't have to work anymore. Focusing on trading is called full-time trading. Such a state is not a healthy, stable, and sustainable state. And in each of them, the family's money. Individuals trade in different markets, ways of trading, and abilities. However, if you want to achieve a healthy, stable, and sustainable full-time transaction, there is one most important criterion for judging. It's your resources that support your continued investment. One thing wants to succeed. It is inseparable from the continuous investment in this matter. And continuous investment in one thing requires conditions. On the one hand, there is money, and on the other hand, emotion. Of course, emotional obstacles often come from those who can't make money and have to work full-time. If you support a large family through trading, so how can there be no support? So the first thing to consider is the funding aspect. That's what is called continuous investment. Why is it so important to keep investing? What do you invest in trading? On the one hand, there is money, and on the other hand, time and energy. When we make a choice, there is an opportunity cost behind it. You devote all your time to trading. Then his opportunity cost is the income from you to find a job. If you can't make money right now, but you love trading. I quit my job, I traded full-time, I invested half a year, and I still couldn't make any money. And then the expenses of living. Household expenses, can you afford it? In the face of these cost of living pressures, your desires will be stimulated. The mindset of trading will change. In this state, do you still have the money to continue to invest? Will you still be able to devote all your time and energy to trading? If it is a job situation, for example, the family has more funds. You now want to gain experience through a role. The wages are very low. Can you consistently invest your time and energy? I believe yes, but if your family's financial situation is not good. Now there is some financial pressure. And then now you want to make ends meet and gain experience. How long will you be able to hold out? But if you have a job that pays better right now, at the same time, stick to your dreams. Use your spare time to devote your energy to learning and improving. If you can continue to invest in it, it shouldn't be difficult. So each of us has a family situation. Working situations are all different in trading situations. But if you want to trade full-time, a healthy and long-lasting full-time deal will go on. The most important thing to consider is the resources you have now. Whether the environment is sufficient to support your continued investment in trading. And then I'm going to summarize it again. First of all, the ability to make a profit. That's the bottom line for full-time trading. If you can't make any money trading right now, you're still thinking about trading full-time. That's all wishful thinking. You may feel like putting all your energy into it. Be able to make a profit faster. But in fact, there are many people who have not made a profit after trading for more than 10 years. Trading profitability mainly depends on the improvement of awareness. Not even the ability to make a profit. Just honest and normal work and life. Just devote your free time to trading. So the ability to make a profit is the bottom line. And it's not like making money in a week. Even if you have the ability to make a profit, you must have made money for at least 1 year. On the basis of earning power. Then we must judge our own resources and environment through 3 aspects. Existing savings, household cash flow. Trading profitability. These three aspects make up your resource environment. Determines the pressure on your finances. The reason why it is important to consider financial pressure. Because financial pressure will directly affect your desires. Your desires can affect your mindset and behavior. I've seen too many people who do trading. As long as there is a great desire and a hurry to make a profit. In most cases, there is financial pressure. I want to turn over through trading. In this case, it is useless for you to tell him to lower his desires. His financial environment does not support him to have a good mindset. I want to have a good attitude. The first thing you have to do is to give yourself a good financial environment. If you have a lot of savings now, there is not much pressure on your family's cash flow. There are other incomes in the family that can cover expenses. Now there is a certain profitability, but there is not much to be gained. Can such a resource environment support your continuous investment? Can I trade full-time? Of course you can, if the family's savings are not much right now. Your current income is the main income for your family if you trade full-time. Then the family's cash flow will become negative. At present, it is already possible to make money from the market. Why don't you devote all your energy to trading full-time now? Speed up the process. In this case, don't, because you are now choosing to work full-time at this stage. In the face of household cash flow pressures, your desire mindset will change. It may make it impossible for you to trade properly. With the ability to make a profit. What should be done now is to spend more time building up capacity. Accumulating money. This is what should be done at this stage. If you're just out of school, you don't have a job and you don't have a family. I don't have any savings in my hands, so I take care of my own food and drink. Have been making trades and have made good profits in the last year. Much more than you earn from your own work. Is it possible to trade full-time in this case? Yes, but it is recommended to put the profitable first. A portion of the funds is taken out and put on a bank card. Leave enough money for a year's worth of food and drink, as I've talked about before. Trading takes 2 cycles. One is the cycle of the individual trading system and the other is the cycle of the market. A year's worth of profitability is a good thing. However, it may not have been fully experienced through the market cycle. There are a lot of situations that you may not have encountered yet. We must consider the issue of development, while ensuring the bottom line. That's all there is to it. Simple summary: profitability is the bottom line. Don't think about full-time without more than 1 year of profitable experience. Full-time trading, on the other hand, requires consideration of your own financial environment. Savings now, household cash flow, as well as trading profits. Only with a good financial environment can we make it. You have a good mindset to trade. To support your continued investment in trading. If there is no good financial environment now, then work hard and accumulate savings to improve. Wait until you make a profit through trading. If you can have such a financial environment, you can consider the question of full-time.